Have you ever wondered why two people can grow up in the same neighborhood, go to the same schools, and face the same challenges, yet one ends up wealthy while the other struggles financially for the rest of their life? Today, I'm going to reveal exactly why. And it has nothing to do with luck, background, or connections. It all comes down to thinking. And once you understand this shift, you'll never look at wealth the same way again. Let's begin with a story. In a small city lived two childhood friends, Daniel and Mason. Both grew up in the same neighborhood, both wanted a better life, and both dreamed of financial freedom. But while their environment was the same, their thinking couldn't be more different. Daniel saw opportunities everywhere. Mason saw problems everywhere. Daniel believed money was something you could learn to master. Mason believed money was something that just happens to people. And as you'll soon see, their beliefs shaped their futures in two completely different ways. Most people grow up believing money comes from a job. Work more hours, earn more money. But rich people don't think in hours. They think in value. Back to our story. Years later, Daniel and Mason both needed extra income. Mason immediately asked, "How can I find a better paying job?" But Daniel asked, "What skill can I learn that people will pay for over and over again?" Mason chased more hours. Daniel chased more value. Within a year, Mason got a slightly better job. Daniel built a small online service that allowed him to earn even while he slept. The lesson here is that the rich don't ask, "How much will they pay me?" They ask, "How much value can I create?" Now, most people treat money emotionally. When they get paid, they think, "Finally, I can buy that new phone, those shoes, that gadget." But rich people see money as a tool that helps them build more money. In the story, the moment Daniel made his first profit, he reinvested it in courses, tools, and better systems. Mason, on the other hand, bought new clothes. One person used money to grow. The other used money to feel good. The mindset difference is huge. The poor spend first and save later. The middle class save first and spend later. But the rich invest first and live off the returns. When Daniel started his online business, he knew he wouldn't become wealthy overnight. He had a long-term vision. Meanwhile, Mason wanted results immediately. If something didn't work in 2 weeks, he quit and moved on to the next idea. Rich people understand something powerful. Consistency beats intensity. Discipline beats motivation. One person plants seeds. The other wants fruits without planting anything. And guess who ends up with a forest? Here's a secret. Wealthy people get rich because they solve bigger problems. Daniel realized this early on. His mindset shifted from, "How do I make money?" to "What problem can I solve that people care about?" Mason never thought like that. He focused on one thing only, his monthly salary. If you ever want wealth, stop asking, "How can I make money?" Start asking, "What problem can I solve better than others?" That one shift alone can change your entire life. Of course, Daniel made mistakes. Some months he earned nothing. He launched projects that completely failed. But he never stopped. What about Mason? The moment he faced a setback, he said, "See? This is why people like me can't succeed." To the rich, failure is information. To the poor, failure is a full stop. The rich ask, "What is this experience trying to teach me?" The poor ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Your mindset determines your momentum. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. So how do the rich earn far more without working endlessly? Because they build systems that multiply their effort. Daniel eventually hired a virtual assistant, used automation tools, and created digital products. Mason kept trading hours for money and wondering why he remained stuck. Every wealthy person, from business owners to investors, understands something crucial. You can't be rich if money depends only on your time. To break the cycle, you need systems, automation, investments, and leverage. Once you grasp this, everything changes. Fear controls so many people. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of taking risks, fear of trying something new. But the wealthy train their minds to think expansively. When Daniel had an idea, he asked, "What if it works?" Mason asked, "What if it doesn't?" The questions you ask yourself shape your destiny. The rich choose possibility. The poor choose safety. But comfort zones don't produce wealth. Daniel started attending workshops, joining communities, and talking with people smarter than him. Mason stayed around friends who laughed at progress and made excuses all day. Your environment is a mirror of your future. Rich people know this. They surround themselves with thinkers, learners, builders, dreamers, and problem solvers. You become wealthy long before you become rich, because your mind grows before your bank account grows. At this point in their lives, something dramatic happened. Daniel's little business grew. He started earning enough to quit his job. He invested in real estate and digital assets. Mason was still stuck in the same loop. Work, pay bills, repeat. One day, Mason asked Daniel, "How did you do it?" "We grew up the same." "Why you, not me?" Daniel replied, "It wasn't what I did. It was how I thought before I did anything." So to build wealth, you need to change your thinking. First, focus on value over hours. Second, invest before spending. Third, play the long game. Fourth, solve problems, don't chase paychecks. Fifth, see failure as information. Sixth, build systems, not stress. Seventh, think in possibilities. And eighth, elevate your circle. If you shift your mindset, your money will eventually follow. If you're serious about changing your financial future, start today. Not next month. Not when things get better. Today. Because the difference between the life you have and the life you want is the mindset you choose to carry moving forward. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment "I'm ready for the mindset shift." Let's build a wealthier mindset together.